If you look at TRRAIN, which we started out in 2011, it's about 5 years old now. It was very clear that we wanted to create an impact for the retail employees. I personally believe the retail, whether it's offline or online, is all about last mile connect. It's all about customer service. It's all about creating experience. And who is the one who creates experience? The last mile service associate, last mile delivery associate, last mile retail associate. So therefore, if they are not happy, you cannot make the retailers happy, you can't make the consumers happy. So TRRAIN's sole vision is to empower people in retail, and the mission is to make their life better both at work and home. Through the 4 projects that we have taken up, which is for Pride, celebrating Retail Employees Day; for Respect, honoring them through TRRAIN Retail Awards; for Inclusion, getting the persons with disabilities trained, skilled, and get them jobs in retail; and for upskilling, using a TRRAIN Aptech partnership to help them grow. These 4 projects, I believe, in the last 5 years must have reached a few million people, 4 to 5 million people, has impacted probably about 10,000 people directly, another 25 to 30,000 people who were influenced. But as a concept, TRRAIN has not only reached a few million in India, but last year it also reached Turkey, it's also reached UAE, a few people in Bahrain, and a few people in Singapore. I think in my journey over the next 20-25 years, I hope that TRRAIN will be able to play an instrumental role in empowering people in retail all across, and retail associates, retailers should get the pride from the society, because without retail, societies won't exist. Well, it's since 25 years that I have been involved with the retail business, and the last 14-15 years since the time RAI started. I've never seen this kind of change in environment. We used to plan 5-year budgets, then we started doing a 1 to 3 years. Today it becomes difficult to even plan a 3-month or a 6-month budget, because there's so much changing around you that you have to be part of the change. And if you have to be part of the change, then you have to be a part of the ecosystem which goes through the changes, whether it is internal or external. And there is no option then to collaborate, because the consumer is now looking to do things 24/7 depending on when he or she wants to do things. I mean, shopping is not closed when the shops closes. Shopping is closed when the customer closes his or her mobile. So therefore, retailers have to be online, offline, with the consumers 24/7. In such an environment, is there any way you can do retail without collaboration? So to me, collaborative thinking, collaboration, working on a platform, whether it is offline and online, is becoming absolutely imminent. And therefore, the theme this year of having collaborative platform or working in collaboration with others is an apt theme for the 2017 and onwards. Collaboration is not only with services, suppliers, but collaboration is also with partners. It's also sometimes with competitors. I mean, if competitors collaborate, they make a great mall, and if collaborators and retailers and the malls get together, you create a great environment. I think that's what the country requires. Good, great retail shopping environment for the Indian consumers, for Indian consumption to grow, and therefore India to grow. I strongly believe through collaboration, retail will be a big supporter to give an impetus to the growth of consumption in country. I think it's important for the benchmark to be raised. You know, if integrity is all about returning a mobile, then I think we are talking about hygiene becoming exemplary. No. I think we have to think about how do we take our customer service to the next level, where exemplary customer service is important, where customer service leads to business and customer satisfaction both. It cannot be just emotionally satisfying customers, because then you're not doing your job. I wish and I hope, and there are stories, and there have been stories earlier, where you are able to see retail associates do a sale of 10 times, 20 times your average, but still create a great customer experience. Customers should say, "Maza aa gaya." Itna kharida, par kharidte kharidte bhi maza aa gaya. I think that is important. And that's what TRRAIN's journey is. And we hope we are able to do this through the TRRAIN Retail Awards. And in 2017, on the 16th of February, we are having it as part of the Retail Leadership Summit. And we are looking forward to celebrating the day with retail employees. Well, RAI was started many years back, in fact more than a decade back, very clearly to bring all the retailers together and help the retail industry modernize. So it was not only for the modern retailers who were already there in the market, but it was also for retailers who were wanting to modernize, because at the end of the day, if you look at India, India is a country which is going to grow by consumption. and there is no way that consumption can happen without the last mile, and no way last mile can happen without retail. So retail is a very important component of Indian consumption, GDP growth, and retail is an important part of it, and RAI wanted to bring all this together so the retailer can learn from within themselves, learn through friends and other retailers, learn from international trade and grow. So RAI has in the last 1 decade played a very nodal role in bringing the retailers together, retail best practices together, and taking retail to the next frontier. Not only this, we also wanted RAI to be the nodal agency to talk to the government and see if we can actually frame and get framed the right kind of policies which can help retail as well as retailers as well as retail employees. I'm so happy that RAI has succeeded in that, with so many state governments aligning and bringing a retail policy, and in many of the dialogues the central government also asking RAI to contribute. I think about 10 years back or 11 years back, we realized that in India we had a lot of retail summits, but all these summits were more like exhibitions and where congregation and network was the most important thing. My belief is that if we have to grow, we have to continuously seek, learn, ask for advice as well as learn from others. Now, there had to be a platform which was meant for the leaders to learn from other leaders, and therefore we started the Retail Leadership Summit. I'm so happy that it's now in this 11th edition, and as we progress, it's playing a very important role. And every year we bring in a theme which is very, very appropriate for the Indian circumstances, for the Indian growth story, and what retailers can learn. With global leaders coming, attending the summit, with Indian leaders attending the summit, participating in the discussions, and of course, young leaders who want to be in retail or who want to grow retail also joining hands. This is a great platform for all leaders to get together, especially retail leaders who can congregate and actually learn from each other and do well for themselves in business, which eventually may mean that they'll do well for the country. TRRAIN Retail Awards is a way to recognize and respect the work the retail employees do. We again have close to about 1,000 stories from far away towns. I'm told that there is a story from Ara, there is a story from Siliguri, there is a story from Mangalore. So you get stories from all across the country. Of course, it still comes from the modern retail format. So to me, the widespread acceptance of the fact that we have to recognize customer service excellence is happening. With all this happening at RAI, it's close to a decade plus, with so many people together, with more than 1,000 members and associates. I think RAI has become a very, very integral part of retail. And I would say, hats off RAI, well done and cheers.